Welcome to my YouTube channel. The rivalry between the United States and Russia in 2025 remains one of the most defining military competitions of the modern era. Both powers continue to project strength through advanced technologies, massive arsenals, and contrasting doctrines that shape how they prepare for and envision future conflicts. While the United States maintains global reach and unmatched defense budgets, Russia emphasizes resilience, attrition-style warfare, and the development of systems that can offset U.S. advantages. This ongoing clash is not just about numbers or weapons, but about strategy, sustainability, and the political will to endure in long-term competition. When comparing conventional forces, the United States fields the most globally deployable military in history. With carrier strike groups patrolling every major ocean, stealth aircraft integrated into vast command and control networks, and bases spread across continents, the U.S. is designed for expeditionary warfare and rapid response. Russia, in contrast, organizes its forces primarily for regional dominance. Its military doctrine relies heavily on tanks, artillery, long-range missile systems, and advanced air defense networks positioned to secure its borders and project influence into neighboring regions. While the U.S. excels at projecting power across the globe, Russia focuses on defending its sphere of influence with high-intensity, attrition-based firepower. Defense budgets play a decisive role in shaping these capabilities. The United States continues to lead the world with massive yearly defense expenditures that fund research, development, and modernization across all domains: land, sea, air, cyber, and space. In 2025, U.S. spending emphasizes hypersonic missiles, missile defense systems, unmanned platforms, and advanced space capabilities. Russia's defense spending has also increased in nominal terms, reflecting its focus on sustaining ongoing high-intensity operations and expanding missile and drone production. However, Russia's economy remains significantly smaller than America's, and sanctions, supply shortages, and industrial bottlenecks limit how much it can modernize in parallel with the U.S. Nuclear weapons remain the ultimate equalizer between the two nations. Both maintain vast nuclear triads composed of land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers. These arsenals ensure that any full-scale conflict between them would carry the risk of catastrophic escalation. Because of this, the rivalry rarely escalates into direct confrontation, instead playing out through proxy wars, political influence campaigns, and technological races in areas like cyber and space. Nuclear deterrence locks both sides into a cautious balance, yet it also pushes them to compete even harder in conventional and unconventional arenas where escalation can be managed more carefully. Emerging technologies are increasingly central to the clash. Russia has invested heavily in hypersonic weapons, electronic warfare, and integrated air defense systems designed to challenge U.S. technological superiority. Systems such as the Avangard and Kinjal hypersonic missiles provide Russia with capabilities that are difficult to intercept with current defenses. The United States, meanwhile, is accelerating programs to counter hypersonics, expand missile defense layers, and harden satellite networks against potential anti-satellite weapons. Unmanned systems, artificial intelligence, and autonomous drones are also areas where both countries are pushing aggressively, knowing that whoever integrates these technologies most effectively could redefine the balance of power. Industrial capacity and logistics form the backbone of sustained military power. The U.S. defense industry, while facing some aging infrastructure, benefits from global supply chains, advanced defense contractors, and a broad technological base. It can sustain long-term modernization efforts and produce high-tech platforms on a scale no other nation can currently match. Russia's defense industry has surprised many analysts by sustaining high production rates of artillery shells, drones, and missiles during years of intense conflict, but this has come with heavy strain. Limited access to Western technology and increasing economic pressures mean sustaining such output over many years could be challenging. Ultimately, wars of attrition test not just military strength but industrial resilience, and here the U.S. advantage is significant. Geography and alliances further shape the competition. The United States has the benefit of NATO and other key allies around the world, offering not only additional forces but also forward bases and logistical support that enable rapid global intervention. Russia lacks such a broad alliance system, but it benefits from its vast landmass, strategic depth, and interior lines of communication, which provide a defensive advantage in conflicts near its borders. This contrast means that the U.S. is better positioned for global operations, while Russia retains the ability to concentrate overwhelming firepower in its immediate neighborhood. The character of conflict between these two powers in 2025 is defined less by direct confrontation and more by competition across multiple domains. Cyber warfare has become a daily battleground, with each side probing the other's critical infrastructure, communications, and information ecosystems. Space has also become contested, as both nations prepare to defend or disable satellites that provide navigation, intelligence, and targeting support. Proxy wars and influence campaigns serve as testing grounds for new doctrines and technologies, while at sea and in the air, both sides posture to test resolve without crossing the threshold of outright war. Despite these differences, the outcome of any future confrontation depends not just on military capabilities but on political will, economic sustainability, and global partnerships. The United States remains the more powerful state overall, with unmatched global reach, resources, and alliances. Russia, however, is not a weak opponent. Its emphasis on attrition warfare, hypersonics, and strategic deterrence ensures it will remain a formidable competitor. The clash between these two nations is therefore less about one side decisively defeating the other, and more about managing risks, avoiding catastrophic escalation, and shaping the global order through constant pressure and competition. In the end, the US versus Russia defense rivalry in 2025 represents the most complex and dangerous military balance in the world. It combines traditional great power competition with modern challenges of technology, cyber warfare, space, and industrial endurance. The story is not one of clear superiority, but of a dynamic struggle where each side adapts to the other's strengths and weaknesses. How this balance evolves will determine not only their futures but also the security of the wider international system. Thanks for watching.